Hello again everyone, welcome back to another episode of Landric Plays the Darkest Dungeon. Last episode, or last week in darkest terms, what did we do? We went on a mission to the Warren? No, to the Weald, and we had, that's right, we took our brand new recruits who have all since leveled up, and I really enjoyed this team. In fact, I think I might send them out again, depending on what missions are available. So we had our Abomination, our Occultist, our grave robber, and arbalist. So we've also got plenty more heirlooms, which we can use to upgrade our stuff. So let's upgrade you.
Every creature has a weakness. The wise hero trains for what she will face.
And let's trade a few more busts for some crests, and then we can upgrade this too.
A sharper sword, a stronger shield, anything to prolong a soldier's life.
And then I think we've got enough upgrades to make both of these buildings cheaper, so I think we're going to focus on getting higher levels of stuff. So we require high levels of people, which requires doing more and more dangerous dungeons, so it makes more sense to invest in better equipment and skills. The Survivalist takes tons and tons of crests, so I'm not going to worry about that. Is there anything that takes busts and deeds and nothing else? Oh, you take crests. You take crests. Everything takes crests, doesn't it? More or less. Oh, graveyard. That's right. Drew, and then Blangy, and Hyliart. So these two, you know, they get tiny little wooden crosses because they were just raw recruits. But Drew, Drew. Ah well.
In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
So that's another reason why we might want to upgrade the guild and the blacksmith, because then we actually get more experienced recruits coming coming on the stagecoach to the hamlet. It would be nice to get a bounty hunter actually, because I've said before they synergize really well with the arbalist. You know what? I'm actually going to fire this guy. Or am I? We've upgraded their arms and armor a little bit. Faithless, blah blah blah. I don't know, maybe we've invested a fair amount of gold into them. But I think we could do it anyway. It might be a while before we can upgrade the stagecoach again, and I'd quite like to get a bounty hunter trained up to level 3 as soon as possible, so we can send them out with Yolland. So we'll take these off of you, and then I'm afraid you are dismissed.
Send this one to journey elsewhere, for we have need of sterner stock.
There's also this Houndmaster as well, who I don't think we've seen yet. And the Houndmaster has a dog, which means, you know, they're automatically amazing. But I don't think we really want to fire anyone else. So we'll see if we can upgrade the stagecoach a bit later on. But anyway, enough of that. Let's see what missions are available to us. Ooh. The Brigand 8-pounder. So this is another boss. This is the second boss of the Weald. As long as the thieves and ruffians man a cannon on the old road, the hamlet will be cut off from trade. Demolish this ironwork devil. And this will give us a bunch of gold and a berserker mask. I don't really want to send these guys... Maybe I do. Maybe I send them straight out against this boss. That seems terribly dangerous. Like, it'd be nice to wait until they were level 2, but maybe we just go for it. Maybe we try. So here's the thing. Do I upgrade them all? Do you have quite a lot of stress as well? Do I upgrade all of their stuff? So your skills are actually cheaper to upgrade, I think. Let's check that. No, they're not. But they are all unlocked, and unlocking them is the expensive thing. But it means, yeah, to get the most bang for our buck, we actually want to unlock we want to upgrade every single one of these, which means you are quite an expensive character to keep around. But if we are going to send them against that cannon, let's do it. I mean, if things do start going horribly wrong, we can try and retreat. Do we want to unlock any of your other ones? Abyssal Artillery would be good, but for some reason we're putting you at the front. And we can even use this Weakening Curse on it, perhaps. Happy with your skill set as well. You've got Battlefield Medicine. 20% healing. I think we actually get this. That'll synergize quite well with the Occultist as well. We can do a minor heal, and you get 20% healing received, which means the weird reconstruction is much more likely to give us something useful. So this de-stealths things, and I don't know if we're going to come up against anything that has stealth. I think we unlock this. The mark. Then again, we never really use the mark, and because we've got nothing else that synergizes with it super well, maybe we do keep the flare around. It clears stun on our heroes, it clears marks, and we definitely are going to get marked if we're in the Weald. So we might come up against some stealth things, though I don't think so. What upgrade, what would this give us? Just a tiny bit of extra debuff resist. So no, I think we keep this at level 1, but we do bring this along instead of the mark. And then we have a different Arbalast, say Yolland maybe, who upgrades the mark. I think that's what we're going to do. I upgraded you. I upgraded you as well. No, you were the one I just brought. Yes, I definitely upgraded you and you and you. Good. So what I need to do is make sure that I swap that around like that. And before I forget, because I do this every time we do a long mission, let's see what camping skills you get. So you have Anger Management, which gives you a whole bunch of stress but reduces it for everyone else, which is good because you are going to cause everyone else a lot of stress, but the plus 20 is really nasty. That 25% extra damage is really good. The stress, again, quite bad. Quickening for speed, a whole bunch of Eldritch Blood, so a whole bunch of resist, but again more stress, and that's really, really bad. But we can unlock one of these. I think we go with the special one, the Quickening, because that's just a net gain, so, and it does automatically equip that skill, which is good. Which one of... so we've got Abandon Hope, minus 25% stress for you, but everyone else gains stress, so that's not great. It could be really, really, like, situationally it could be really, really useful, but I suspect not. Reduce Torchlight by 100. Oh, that's what we need actually. We need something like this. Prevents nighttime ambush, and it gives everyone stress. Yeah, the problem... so the Occultist and the Abomination don't synergize all that well together because they are going to cause a lot of stress over everyone else. But we do need something that prevents nighttime ambush, so we'll... we might get that. Let's just see if... Nope. 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 Do you have... No. So that is the only thing that prevents a nighttime ambush. So I think we have to take it. Dark Strength, again, more stress. Removing the mortality debuffs is really good though, so that's quite useful. Oop, not that button. I mean, we could switch around some of these other ones, but we'll see. Remove disease, not that important. Scouting chance, not that important either. Supply item, less so. Again, very, well, not very risky, but quite risky stress removal. So I think for this one, we just get that. And for you, what can you offer us? So, heal chance, removes bleeding, minus 10 accuracy, but extra damage and lower speed. That's really valuable though. That's quite good as well. I think we go for this. And we also want to put you all through the blacksmith. So we're almost 10 minutes into this video and we've not even embarked yet. So let's just quickly upgrade all of your stuff. I've upgraded your skull. I didn't know that was the thing you could do for skulls, but There we go, and you're already upgraded. Trinkets, is there anything else we want to hand out? Stun chance, not useful. Dodge, potentially useful, it balances out that. You have that, which is useless. I don't think you have a stun skill. Your debuff skill, you do have a stun skill, so that could be worth it on you. -2 dodge. You've got quite high dodge. Oh, we'll take that off you. Can't give you anything else really valuable, but you can hang on to that. That -10% stress actually could be quite useful on you. Alright, let's get embarked, or rather let's start provisioning for this. We're going to again be quite generous on the provisions this time because we've got plenty of gold lying around, and this is going to be potentially a hard fight. So I think I'm going to go a bit crazy on food so we can use it as healing if we need it. Laudanum prevents what's the word? Ticking stress damage. I don't know if it removes some stress if you use it outside of combat, but just in case, I'm going to bring a couple of those, a couple of these, an extra one of these, 2 of these, 2 of those. Oh yeah, torches. So we've spent about 5,000 gold just on provisions, so if we don't pull this off... Ooh, that's a good point, let's go back for a second. I'm going to swap you 2 round, like that. I could do it in mission, but at least this way that's your default position. Oh, now I've got to click through all of this again. Click, 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 click. 2 of those, 1 of those, 2 of those, 2 of those. 6 of those. And those. Am I forgetting anything? I think that's everything. Let's go.
Simple folk are by their nature loquacious, and the denizens of the hamlet were no exception. It was not long before rumors of my morbid genius and secretive excavations began to fuel local legend. In the face of my increasingly egregious flaunting of public taboos, awe turned to ire, and demonstrations were held in the town square.
Okay, so a little bit more of our ancestors' history is revealed.
The smell of sulfur and gunpowder hangs in the air. The war machine is close.
So this is interesting. Which way do we go first? So there's an extra battle here, so do we do 2 battles and get some treasure, or do we do 1 battle but get nothing? Even though we've got really no space to carry it, I'm inclined to go this way, just because we'll hopefully get another scout and explore more. So, here we go. So I'm going to try and be very sparing with how much of the abominations transform I use. Throne Dagger. Let's use it on both of you, and then we'll try and get our Arbalest to what's the word? To get a good snipe on the back line. It's a bit of a shame that that missed. Could, however, blight both of you as well. So that pull could be quite annoying if it isn't resisted, and it's not. I think you're okay where you are though, actually. So you all have abilities that can be used in these positions, I think. We'll find out. Ooh, that's a bit annoying. Resisted the bleed though, which is good, so it's only done a small amount of damage. 3 damage per round, and you're on. So let's use our this to kill the front line.
Give them no quarter.
And then it's only really you we need to deal with.
Their
Pow.
formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
And then I guess we might as well,
surges as the enemy
because we get a little bit of stress reduction from that. So we'll do that. We'll
remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
We could use a shovel to dig this grave up, but I'm going to pass it for now, just in case there's a more useful shovel, particularly as there's a chest here and we're going to fill up our inventory very quickly anyway. Right, so you guys are relatively resistant to blight, not super resistant to it, but enough that I don't really want to... that I think I'll go for the stun rather than anything else. I think we will just try and stack up damage on... Oh no, I probably should have tried stacking up damage on the person that wasn't stunned. Well, you can only attack there anyway, but it won't do nearly enough to kill them. It just does a... oh, it does another stun. Let's try and stun the front. There we go. So that's going to mitigate quite a bit of damage, hopefully. Is the blight going to tick? Oh. Oh, you don't blight because we're not a... what's the word? Not a veteran level. So you can't possibly kill them in one shot, so even though you've already acted and you've not, we might as well go for the, well, not the guaranteed kill, but the more likely kill. You only did a mark as well, which is really good. Guess we'll try and stun you now. Excellent. And now we'll start piling some damage over here at the back. Can't stun you. Not a lot of point trying to stun you. So I'll just do a stab. Stabby stab. Rain of Blights, yeah, annoying, because it means you're both going to get a blight. So it's only a bit of damage. So is it enough damage? So it's 4 damage. Because this is a boss and because it's relatively early, I'm tempted to use the anti-venom straight away. But we also have... I think I'll save it for now because we will be able to camp. So let's just do damage and try and, you know, good defense. A good offense is the best defense kind of thing. Because the sooner we take them out, the better we're going to be in the long run.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Your stun resistance has worn off, so we'll try and put another stun on you. But so we can't. There's no point using a stun on you. There's no point using a stun on you. Could try and blight you for a little bit of extra damage, but I think actually getting a tiny bit of stress reduction could be quite useful. There we go. That's going to do extra damage because you're marked. So let's get a stun on you, and then we can try and delay this battle a little bit, or rather, well, we can focus on. You've got a blight ability, though it won't really help. We'll just pickaxe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to battlefield bandage you, which will do you a little bit of healing straight from the start, but importantly, it will buff that. Fantastic. And you resist the bleed, so you're at full health, you've lost stress, you're in better shape than when you started. And then pow. It won't stun, but it'll do a little bit of damage. There's no point transforming now. And now we'll start just piling on damage. There we go. Pummeling. Excellent. So far so good. Obviously, that could all change very, very quickly.
Or is it merely a trick of the light?
It would be nice to take these crests with us. In fact, I prefer the crests to the jade. We'll do that. Can I use laudanum? No, can't use this outside of combat. So this actually could be totally useless to us. So there's nothing over there, there's a couple of curios, but I'm not going to waste our time and our food going that way. So we're going to go straight over here. There's another battle to face, but nothing in the room. We are so full on stuff that I'm not even going to try and unlock that. Which feels inherently wrong, but such is the way of things. Ooh, nice, crit.
And power.
Again, it's going to burn off a little bit of stress. It also means we're... it's kind of annoying that you're so healthy. Oh. Okay, at least we dodged their attacks. And they're almost certainly going to die. Yeah, before they get to me again. Again, can't bring the onyx with us. Do I get rid of the medicinal herbs? So we know they can give us food in this type of dungeon, but we are so full on food, so maybe we don't need that. Maybe we can take the onyx and hope we get some more stacking treasure. There's a hunger event, and of course when we camp we'll use 8 food as well, which will also burn off some extra stress. Let's use some of these torches.
In Radiance, may we find
Might as well
victory.
check this, because I doubt we're going to double all the way back. Oh, 25 gold. That's quite a pathetic amount of gold, but hey, it stacks, so who cares? Okay, more monsters, and they're surprised, which is really, really handy for us. I think we try and focus on this guy at the back, because between the two of you, you might be able to finish them off, and we can use this to stun this one, hopefully.
Devastating.
Oh, we can get a crit. Wow, that crit actually ended up doing a reasonable amount of damage in the long run. So we also have this stun. You're relatively resistant to blight, so there's not a lot of point using this. Yeah. So I think we just try and stun you instead. And then snipe you. Excellent, just as planned. So stun, and then you'll get to attack, or whichever order it happens in, but you miss, which is ideal. Now you probably will get to go relatively quickly because of the because you'll have higher speed than our guys because we've got all those trinkets. Oh, maybe not though. Boom, so you're gone. So you're not doing a lot in the way of damage, but you are keeping these guys stunned, and in fact you could do another stun as well. Again, not really worth transforming. So you've got a much higher stun resist, but it's still possible we can get a stun. And if not, the crit's nice. And we got the stun as well, fantastic. So we'll use the sort of double attack here, which swaps them around, which interestingly is really good for us because it means that our Arbalest can now do a proper attack. I don't think we're going to get an extra stun now that you're at 105%. So we'll try this. Yeah, I figured you'd resist, but it does a tiny bit of damage, so, you know, might as well. Oh wow, we get a crit there as well, excellent. So a lot of stress reduction. We'll go for the stab, it misses. Groping swipe, does 5 damage, doesn't blight though. And boom, another crit, we are getting a lot of crits. This is going really well. Now I hate the fact that I've said it's gone really well, because that's
so too will resistance.
That's definitely going to be tempting fate. Let's toss the onyx and take the deeds, because deeds are always better. And they stack. Bit of a shame we don't get the jade, but heirlooms are much, much more valuable than gold. We'll take this and use it immediately, just for a tiny, tiny amount of
safety.
Light. So maybe I should just chuck the laudanum, because I don't think there's anything that can give us ticking stress damage on a non-veteran.
As the light gains purchase,
dungeon.
Spirits are lifted, and
excellent. The
purpose is
scout's
made
going to be
clear.
very useful. Secret room, so we might end up doubling back for that. Though that's quite a lot of enemies. So we'll fight our way to here. We'll see what kind of whether we get a scout, and then if we don't, I think we'll probably camp there. So there's a secret, another hunger event. There's a secret room just here. So we might come back for that. Do we still have a key? We do have a key, so we might save it for that, because that'll give us lots and lots of gold. You've got a lock on it. We'll try and open it without the key then. Oh dear. 2 journal pages. So we'll take the crest straight away. Ooh, you can only be used by the grave robber. -4 dodge. Got quite high dodge. And we're not going to be using the blight here, but I'll equip you with it anyway, just because Let's have a look. The blackest of fates. I will return with Cuthbert's banner and Bolin's crossbow so as to honour them with a proper burial. I will leave what is left of thrice-damned Mizir and his trinkets to the swinefolk. Perhaps they will build him the memorial he rightly deserves. And another one. Trample journal. Sebastian's watch was his last. We were jolted during our evening's repast, the best we could make in these murky halls of our once great house, from the roar and flash of black powder. We dropped our bowls and hurried to him. All we found were his spent pistols and a trail of blood leading into a maze of shadows. We press on. Oh, I'll get rid of the laudanum. It's a massive waste of gold, but such is life. We've learnt our lesson. I want to keep the antivenom around, but we'll ditch the bandages for this. Seems probably a mistake, but you know, we'll accrue more of these as we go on. We're going to run quite low on torches at this rate. I was hoping for a crit, but it's put them very close to death's door, so to speak. See, got rid of the bandages, and now we're going to get a whole bunch of bleeds. So we'll vomit all over the two of you. Unfortunately, you resist the blight, because that probably would have been enough to kill you. At least we dodged that. Luckily, you've put yourself in a really good position for us. And now we just have this one last one to deal with. Shame that wasn't a kill. You'll be fine. And then hit to the face. Well, no, not quite. So he does get another attack. Does 3 damage. Resists disease, which is good. Doesn't resist the bleed, but it's only a small one. 3 damage. So he essentially did 6 damage to us.
Victory, but a victory nonetheless.
What do we do with this gold? Let's... because you guys are going to take a fair bit of damage anyway, so we'll use this food to heal you. We'll take the gold like that. So it's possible we won't end up doubling back after all. That's right, another battle here. They are surprised, which is good. And it's the same composition that we've seen earlier, so maybe we'll do just as well against these guys as we did previously. There we go. So 1 down. This time we stunned the front line instead of the back line. Ah, interesting. So you use Mark Prey instead of the horrible Rain of Blight, which I'm quite grateful for. So hopefully we can finish you off now. Though you're still marked, so if you do rend the marked, which you probably will, that could be quite bad for us. So let's just see if we can get a cheeky little stun. No, it's worth a try though. So you're bleeding again. Let's just slice him. And we'll see if we can finish you off. Excellent. Yeah, so you are going to run the mark, which crits. Nasty. So you're going to be very close to death's door. So this will do 3 to 7. This will do also 3 to 7. So 11.5 crit chance. 16.5 crit chance, and this also buffs yourself, so let's do that. Do I risk the weird healing? Because using this could literally kill us. But I think we sort of need to. 15, excellent. So even if we do get the bleed, we've still got plenty of spare health now. So we'll use that for the kill. And we dodge that, which is quite nice. I don't think this removes the bleed. But getting that extra health could be quite useful, but then again, just piling on some damage to this guy now could be quite helpful as well. Doesn't have the stun resist, so we'll probably get a stun there. And then let's just finish him off. Finish him off with a crit. Nice. Okay. Do we get any treasure for this? Some gold and some more heirlooms.
This expedition at least promises success.
I don't really want to get rid of anything else though. Yeah, I think it's only 2 deeds, the rest stacked. So we've got our scout, excellent. So what do we do now? So these are both empty. And we've explored everywhere else, so the final boss is definitely here. So I think we move on. So if we use the campsite now, we'll technically have one thing that we could make use of these curios, but oh wait, no, we're back here, aren't we? So we've got to do this first. Oops. Okay. Nope, can't take those either. That's fine. There's this trap. What else? So we've got a room battle here. Running a bit low on torches. Not too terribly low.
The match is
or rather, not too terribly long left to go, but we are quite low. Luckily, this should be quite an easy fight, it looks like. Relatively good blight resist, but try it anyway. Good, it worked. We'll also use the flashing daggers, which kills one of them instantly. Nice. This tick of blight won't kill you, but if we use this, it will. And then we can just stab you.
Another one.
Excellent. Could even have delayed that fight a little bit longer to try and get some extra healing on this guy, but I don't think that's a terrible problem. I've got a map,
and driven into the mud,
which will give us this extra scout here and confirm that, yeah, the boss is just here. So we'll trudge our way onwards. Take this torch, that's quite handy. Got plenty of torches for the amount left, but I mean it stacks, so why not take it? Oh, another
trinkets and baubles.
Okay, so we know we only have to face the boss, and the boss is a brigand, and the brigand won't be doing blight, so we'll do this. So this is a trampled journal 3 of 4. Huel, dear friend, exemplary warrior. Huel, dear friend, exemplary warrior, a survivor of the king's wars and many sorties in this halls, met an ignoble end. We were weary, Huel and I, as we searched for sanctuary. Weariness, it appears, has a murderous streak. It blinded him to the mechanism that tripped the spikes which eviscerated him. I held him as his essence slipped away, another giant fallen in our mad pursuit. I am alone now, weary but unbowed. I press on. Let's hope our valiant adventurers don't meet the same fate. Unlike poor Drew. Ah, poor Drew. Okay, so we're going to rest here. We're going to buff ourselves as much as we can, and we're going to try and take on the bandits' cannon. So
huddled together, furtive and vulnerable.
Let's use our
Rats
let's feast.
in a maze.
Boost us all back to almost full health. We'll have plenty of stress reduction, which is good, which means our abomination can finally put his powers to good use. We need to prevent nighttime ambush, which will increase stress a tiny bit, but we absolutely don't want to be caught out. So what else do we do? No mortality debuffs to remove, so we don't need to worry about that. Don't need to use that. Don't need to use that. So the quickening sounds good. Extra speed. Extra damage is good. 20 stress is not good, but you're low enough that I think it will be okay. So I think we use this and this. Flesh, blood, raw hearts and livers. And then actually we can use this to reduce it. None of you have diseases, right? So yeah, of course not. You've only just come out. It would be nice to do this or this, but we've only got 2 left. So I think we just lower your stress a little bit. And there we go. A round 0. Let's go to sleep and see what the morning brings. We are the flame, indeed. Why do we not turn back? You're not hungry, you've just feasted and we've still got food left over.
The path
Don't complain.
is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
Alright, here goes. Don't forget this trap. It would be a real shame if we acquired a blight right before the final boss. Well, the final boss of this dungeon. Certainly not the final boss of the darkest dungeon. Here goes.
marvel of technology. An engine of destruction.
Okay, so who have we got? We have the Brigand Cutthroat, the 8-pounder, the Matchman, and the Fusilier. I have a feeling it is important that we take out the Matchman. So first things first, let's unleash our Abomination's power. Cause a small amount of stress, but so I think I'm going to get my Abomination to rake. So we'll do some damage to him and the cannon, which is the important thing.
Decimated.
Wow. Okay, nice. And that'll buff that attack for next time, whereas you two can quite easily focus on the Matchman. Ooh, he's got quite high dodge. Luckily using that increases your accuracy. But yeah, having you two that can target the backline is going to be quite valuable. You've got quite low stun resist, so let's just go for a stun on you. And then we can take you out next time, I think. And we'll actually use this to attack you then, because we might as well. Well, I guess we could have attacked the cannon. Though I think the cannon only takes up one position, so you wouldn't have done very well. So you call for reinforcements instead of attacking. But I guess they show up next time. So this is nice actually, because now we attack the cannon and the Matchman at once.
Be gone, fiend.
So presumably next turn you'll call for reinforcements as well. And then... do I pick to the face or do I kill this guy? I think I kill this guy. So we're going to whittle away at this. And there's no way we're going to do it in total... what's the word?
Impressive.
With total impunity. He's going to keep calling for reinforcements. But at least this way we can do some damage before see reinforcements again. So he's called for his Matchman. But as long as we can take out this Matchman, and I think we can quite easily by just doing that, then maybe we can do it with impunity. Maybe just whittle this down. Maybe I've been worrying about how tricky this boss was a little bit too much. Again, there's that hubris. I think maybe we just have a very good combination for this. So you're going to call for reinforcements again. So you bring 2 this time. But even so... oh, that's right. You take stress every time when you're in this form. But there we go. No Matchman, no worry about the cannon. Because I have a feeling that the Matchman will light the cannon, and then that will do incredible damage to one person.
Eradicated.
It would have been nice to get that crit on the cannon itself.
The ground quakes.
But even so, I'll take what I can get. It means we're not taking any damage. I mean, given the fact that we're on such high health and the cannon's relatively low now. So you're a bit annoying. But we're going to keep using Rake on you, which does huge damage. We can use that on you two. Unfortunately now we have to choose between going for the Matchman or the Cutthroat. Oh no, we don't. We've got we can do this. That's right then. And then I can snipe you. If we get unlucky and he dodges, that would have been a problem. But it's worked out okay. So we're going to call for more reinforcements. So yep, he's turned into a bloody paste by our Abomination. This is working out really well. Okay, I'm very happy with how this is going. Even more crits, which is actually lowering everyone's stress. So despite the fact that we've got this Abomination constantly he dealt some stress damage at the start and is taking stress damage as we go on, he's doing fine. I don't know if... let's just take the cannon out, because then the Matchman is useless.
Our family crest is once again a symbol of strength.
So I don't know if the Matchman has any attack that he can do without the cannon. He probably has something, but we may not even... we may never get to see it. Oh no, we will. Hot shot. Oh, okay, so he stabs us with his match, which did a tiny amount of damage. Yeah, goodbye. we've got some trinkets, Plague Doctor only, so we can equip that,
they can
and
be beaten.
move resist. So that's... So I think... So is it damage -4 dodge? Let's give you the move resist, because it's important that you stay at the back. Let's give you the damage stone. Because if you heal when you transform, and we've got enough healers that you'll probably be okay, it doesn't matter that we lower your dodge, and you're going to be... You're only a big source of our damage when you're in Crazy Abomination mode. 40% Blight skill chance. Given that we've got a Plague Doctor that's really using a lot of Blight, I think we take this. So what do we give up? Well, we don't need the shovels, so we take that. Continue adventuring and go back to the... go all the way back to the secret room, which is going to be a little bit of a boring slog, so I apologise for that. But I quite want to show show what we get at the end of this, what's the word? I want to see what quirks everyone comes away with, and I'm sure you do too, so we'll just trudge forwards and... Yep, there we go, hunger event, which is why I didn't throw away the food. But we'll just make our way down here. We could even go and do this battle. It's got so much health left that that we could quite easily do that and try and get a couple more extra heirlooms. But I think as we're going for this secret door, it makes sense to go straight there and then call it a day. Can you imagine if we defeated the cannon that handily and then lost to this battle? Seems unlikely, but you know, all it takes is a couple of really unlucky rolls and we'd be in trouble. So let's see what's in this secret room, or secret path, I guess. There we go. So we can open this with the key, and that gives us some weird puzzling trapezohedron. There we go. Also, Junior's head. Ugh. 30% healing skills, 20% stress. I kind of want to give that to you. So we'll definitely take both of those. Speedstone, we can give to you. So you're extra speedy. And then... well, I guess we can get rid of the torches. Just bring the head with us, and then we'll decide who gets it later. Excellent, now let's get out of here. Come on, come on, come on, come on. So we get a whole bunch of gold for that. We get a whole bunch of gold for collecting all of those things. 12,000 gold, in fact. So we spent a lot of gold defeating this, but not nearly as much as we got. Now, that's excellent. We get a whole load of heirlooms as well, so we can hopefully upgrade some more things when we get back to town. And you got Meditator, so improved stress reduction when meditating and camping, which is going to be really useful going forwards. And you're prone to investigating the dark arts, but that's fine. That's not an issue. So excellent. So this was an astoundingly good run. Hopefully our luck continues, but you'll have to find out in the next episode. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you then.